Nation's attention is fixed on the Menchia Palace as the Asantehene 242 is expected to deliver an official briefing on the outcome of the Bawku mediation process, which concluded a while ago. The mediation, chaired by the Asantehene over several weeks, brought together representatives of the Mapusi and Kusasi communities, the traditional rulers, security officials, and civil society observers to address the protracted conflict in Bawku. The closed-door session to focused on restoring peace, halting recurring violence, and developing a lasting framework for coexistence. Sources close to the committee indicates that the final phase of discussions wrapped up late this afternoon with significant input from regional leaders and national security stakeholders. While the details remain confidential, expectations are high that the Asantehene will outline a roadmap aimed at easing tensions that have led to loss of lives, injuries, and widespread displacement. We'll go on the phone line shortly and speak to my colleague in the Ashanti region, Dakwa, who has been gauging the mood of the residents and of course of those who have come to witness what really the situation is in the Ashanti region. But we'll go to the Ashanti region shortly. Before the Asantehene delivers his ruling, fraud and security consultant Richard Komadu also expressed confidence that the mediation team will successfully restore peace in Bawku. Let me go to the Ashanti region and speak to my colleague Elisha Daka. Elisha, good to have you on 505. What can you tell us as far as the lasting solution to this particular problem is concerned? I believe that the mediation is done. What can you tell us?
Yeah, as you have already said, the mediation has come to an end at the Menchia Palace. There was tight security around the Menchia Palace. Both supporters of the MPC and Kusasis were around, and when they got to the meeting, there was lasting calm around the Menchia Palace. The supporters of both sides were comporting themselves around the Menchia Palace as the military and police personnel who were deployed to the scene were ensuring security at the Menchia Palace here. But immediately they were done with the mediation at the Jubilee Hall, where the meeting was held by the Asantehene with both factions. The MPC group came out first. They were jubilating and then they were full of joy. So when they were going out, one of the members of the MPC car, he was using Abubuya. It hit one of the supporters of the Kusasi, and at that particular moment, it brought about a misunderstanding. It took the intervention of the joint police and the military personnel deployed to this particular palace to ensure lasting peace. So for now, the mediation has ended. The MPC came out first, and later the Kusasis also came out from the particular hall. They were jubilating. So for now, what we have gathered indicate that as the president commissioned Asantehene to do this particular mediation, information we've gathered suggests that the Asantehene is going to present the report to the president to actually make recommendations to president to take action on it. So for now, what actually transpired inside, we cannot tell, but information we've gathered suggests that there was a peace, there was peaceful mediation at the Menchia Palace, but Asantehene did not make the findings out. He is going to present the findings to the president who commissioned him to make that particular report out. So that's what I can report from the Menchia Palace now.
Earlier, I saw videos of some of these traditional rulers leaving the Menchia Palace. Does it suggest that now everyone is free to leave the Menchia Palace? And when do we know that this report will finally be laid on the table of the president?
Yeah, for now, we cannot the specific date or day that the report will be made to the president for the necessary action to be taken on. But information we've gathered suggests that the Asantehene is going to present the report to president and then make recommendations for the president to ensure its implementation for lasting peace to be to prevail in Bawku. So for now, that's what I can tell.
Earlier, you said that these people were jubilating. Of course, we saw videos and sounds of some of the residents jubilating. They do not know what transpired during that meeting. What caused the jubilation then?
Because both sides of the supporters had their leaders inside that particular mediating room. I can say that maybe they were called and then they were given information regarding the outcome of that particular meeting. So once they had some of their members inside that particular meeting, maybe they have been informed about the outcome of this particular mediation. So that's why they were jubilating. And not only those who were outside waiting, that's the supporters who were jubilating. Both the leaders who were inside, when they were going out, they were also jubilating. So we don't know actually what transpired inside, but looking at the jubilation that were being exhibited by both sides of the fashion, I think there was actually peaceful discussion that was heard at the Menchia Palace.
Elisha, thank you so much for that update. So that's Amani, the Ashanti region. Elisha Darkon, of course, will be getting some confirmation from the Jubilee House. So, of course, our presidential correspondents will also feed us in every bit of information you need to know as far as this particular proposal or recommendation to the office of the president is concerned. So, listen to some of the jubilations that happened a while ago. Of course, this sound tells you that they were so much excited about the results or the outcome of that mediation, though they do not really have the detailed information of what the outcome was. But that was the jubilation in front of or around the premises of the Menchia Palace. We'll go on a phone line shortly, but also before the Asantehene's ruling, foreign security consultant Richard Komado also expressed confidence that the mediation team will successfully restore peace in Bawku. Speaking to Clash News, Richard Komado noted that Otumfuo's proven track record in conflict resolution provides strong assurance for a positive outcome.
He has done it before, and it's part of the standard procedure. So it depends on what is on the table today as the agenda, and that will determine how the meeting will go. Now, I think as a nation, you believe that the Asantehene mediation team is more credible, and it has more accessibility, and it has what it takes to bring some level of peace and cordiality to the place. And
so that's a foreign security consultant Richard Komado, and fortunately he joins me on the phone. Mr. Komado, good evening to you. Thank you so much for time on 505.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Per the jubilations from the residents around the Menchia Palace clearly tells you that maybe they've got a hint that the mediation was quite peaceful. What do you anticipate?
Definitely, once it's mediation, it will usually end in the win-win. More so when the history of this conflict is known. They have been documented severally and extensively. Then the issues involved are also known. The personalities are also known to Asantehene. So I would not be surprised it will end win-win. One of the things I want to see, we all make mistakes. So when you are wrong, you are wrong. And when you are right, you are right. We should accept some level of accountability, and we should be responsible for some things we might not understood properly, or some things we might not give credence to. And to the extent that it's mediation, you don't come to say, I am right, I am wrong. It's dialogue. We are going to mediate, and we will come to the level where there will be levels of understanding of our position. And so that is what I'm saying, that it's going to be win-win. And if it doesn't go your way, you have the right to appeal to Asantehene right and there immediately.
What does this mediation, or we do not know the outcome yet, but what does this mediation, the recommendation, mean to the developments in that area and also security standpoint of view?
If you remember, Dagbon, Asantehene made some key recommendations. I don't know the approach this is going to take, but if you make recommendations that falls in the hands of government, then government has to live by those recommendations and work very hard in meeting the objectives of those recommendations. Then, where there are roadmaps and there are roles and responsibility assigned to the two sides, they must also work within what has been given to them, and within the timelines, they must fulfill those responsibilities and objectives. If any of the parties relent, then the pendulum wouldn't swing and wouldn't create balance. It means that we will have to go back to the drawing board and start all over again. But I want to believe that the stature of Asantehene and the nature of the mediation, by the time you leave there, you are sure that whatever has been discussed, you are willing and able to apply yourself to.
Are there indicators that tensions could flare up again depending on the outcome of the mediation?
Okay, so the mediation, if the mediation is on chieftaincy, it will be settled once and for all. And everybody will know the way forward. And Asantehene team will definitely make a public statement, either written or oral. If it's about land, it will still be made public. If it's about security, then that do not go with Asantehene. It goes directly with police operations. If it's about cordiality and living together, then it's about the two functions and how they are going to foster unity through public engagements and coming together. Those are the things that will eventually facilitate the development of the area. Because once you keep on fighting, nobody will want to come and invest, except for those who take advantage of conflict and amass wealth for themselves.
I'm sure many are asking about the best case or the worst case scenarios when the mediation communique is released. What do you see as a non-security consultant?
No, worst scenario is that we haven't broken the deal. Best scenario is that we have come to a conclusion. And these are the things we have agreed on. These are the things we disagree on. These are the things we have tasked ourselves to go and work on within the stipulated time. These are the things we want government to help us with. That's the way it's going to be.
Before I let you go, what risk should authorities be monitoring in the immediate hours and days following the announcement?
No, they are ready. The security on the ground are aware. They are ready. You saw the military MOAC at the Mensah Palace. It will not just be at Kumasi. It will be all the way to Bawku and within the Bawku enclave. They are aware. There are certain individuals who want to take the law into their own hands, and they will want to crack down on indiscipline and lawlessness in the attempt to maintain law and order. And that they will do it definitely.
Mr. Gmado, I ask this because we've seen instances where there are security presence, but still we see hear some shootings, going through there and all that.
You can stop it. Two, you will respond when it happens. And it's all part of the security management approach.
Mr. Gmado, thank you so much for your time this evening.
You're welcome.
So that's fraud and security consultant Richard Kumadu helping us really on the situation on the Bawku conflicts mediation led by the Asantehene Otumfuo Osei-Tutu II. We'll keep an eye on this particular development pending the announcements from the office of the president, as and when that communique gets to the table of the president. We'll give you that update from the president. This is 505 here on Class 91.2 FM in Accra.